I'm going to show you where to find Brunswick's armour. Now, this is part of a DLC that you've got if you pre-ordered, but I accidentally stumbled across it when I was playing the game, and I want to show you the locations for it because you do get some good armour out of it and some other benefits. And once you find one spot, you then unlock the others. So the first spot you're looking for is up near these freshly dug graves at the top of the map, and this is basically north of Trotsky Castle. So if you look in that location, you'll find there's some fresh dug graves, and it's slightly away from this alchemy bench, which you can eventually visit as well. And it's basically buried here. So what we're going to do is look for these freshly dug graves. If you're adventuring around in that area, you should find that as a location. That's worth looting as well. But then when you go up to the mountain side at the edge there, you'll find that there's some rocks basically here with some crevices in it. Now, when I was walking around here, I thought that this first one looked a bit suspicious, but deep enough that it could be interesting and maybe there was loot in there, but there wasn't. But my instincts were right because the next spot a bit further over actually does have it. Now, I found this by a complete accident, which was nice, but basically there's a cross here which then comes up as a shrine in the game and then chapel in the rock. So it's two locations which will then be marked on the map for you to find. You can then push this aside and access a area where you can dig, and then there is a chest with Brunswick stuff in it. Now, once you've dug up the treasure, you'll obviously find various parts of Brunswick's armour. You might have found that there was a clue with a puzzle that basically gave you the location of this earlier in the game, but I hadn't followed that at this point, so I found this by accident. But when you do find it, you'll find fragments of the Bible, which is a book that you can actually read, Brunswick's dagger and gauntlets, and then once you take it, you'll see that you get map 1 and map 2, which gives you locations for other parts of the armour locations, so you can get the full set. Do read the Bible, though, because if you read the Bible, it gives you benefits as well, just like any other skills book. And this will give you a boost in your scholarship level. And as you can see, that actually pushed up my main level as well, which was a nice bonus of finding this stuff. If you then took a look at Brunswick's map 1, it will give you the next location. Notice it's got a little star indicator against it to let us know we've not read that yet. Now, what you'll see from this map is it looks pretty complicated. If you want to follow it yourself, I'd recommend taking a photo on your phone so that you can easily reference it, because that's what I did. But what you're looking for here is between two trees near a wolf location, which turns out to be a wolf hunting spot, is where the next treasure location is buried. So this is off to the left. I worked it out by looking at the map and comparing with this standard map based on the road layout. That is roughly where the cloud is located here for me, just above that enemy encampment off to the left of Trotsky Castle up a bit. It is basically straight across to the left. Eventually, if you follow that location, you'll end up here, and you'll see there's a bunch of wolves. You'll see it appears as a wolf hunting spot, so that was a clue, because there was obviously wolves on the map. There's a bunch of wolves that you have to deal with here, so pick them off as best you can and finish them up. And then what you want to do is go up to that tree spot over there nearby. So you'll see that there's a tree here, and then a little crevice in the ground, and some bones on the floor as well. You're looking for these tall trees with this little one to the side, and then you'll find there's a bag there with the next part of Brunswick's armour in it. So if I just stand back a bit so you can see that nice and clearly, you'll see you've got these large tall trees quite close together on the rock face. You'll see there's some bones there on the floor, and obviously the wolf hunting spot is the main marker location for it, so it's a bit further down than where I suggested initially, but you can see how that looks like from the initial location. It's kind of straight across from it, from the original chapel in the rocks where we found the first part of the armour. So it's pretty easy to find if you just follow the road round and then go off into the woods at that corner there. But then obviously you've got various parts of Brunswick's armour. And again, once you pick all that stuff up, it then gives you the next map. So you can follow the next clue onto the next spot. So now we're looking for map 2, because we just found map 3. But we're looking at map 2 now, and I recognise this instantly because this is Vidlac Pond again. So what you want to do is head over to Vidlac Pond, and you'll notice as well if you go to the quest section under the journal, it'll actually tell you various clues about it. It doesn't give you the exact location of them, but it does give hints as to what you should be looking for. So you can see we've got a couple of those now. You're down at the pond here, which has got this area with the fish hanging out to dry. Then go up underneath this, follow this path round, then keep going up, and up some more, and across here, over some wood, up another slope. And there, and open this up, and then you've got his
Here it
sleeves.
is. Another piece of Brunswick's armour.
So for the next part of the treasure, you'll see this is where the Wagoner's Inn is. You need to cross the bridge across there, go up until you reach the next camp by the road, which usually has bandits in it. Turn right, and then there's a little path that goes off into the woods that you can see here. What you're looking for is roughly this location. So it looks like this. So you get to the little stream, and then there's a beaten track this way. So you follow this track, and you keep going up here. And then what you're looking for is basically a bit where it starts to look like it might go up to the left. If you look up to the left, you can see that cross. That's the shrine that we're looking for. So you go up here to this shrine, and then you can open that shrine up, and there's a ring inside it. And then you turn around and walk this way, and over here to the left is a skeleton with a sword. And this should be the next part of Brunswick's armour. As you can see, he has his Brigandine in it. And a dodgy apple.
The cuirass to Brunswick. It's really it.
And then you also get a knight's sword from his hand as well. The fourth map in Brunswick's setup shows it here, which if you look, basically the left corner implies that it's near the Nomad camp. And then near the river there's a road that runs. So if you look at the map itself, so there's the Nomad camp down in the corner. There's a road that runs up here, and then another one that goes next to it. And it implies you're meant to go through this area, so that's what I did. You can come from other directions, obviously you can come from alchemy direction. But basically you've got to go up into this area here, and then eventually you'll come across this spot, which is a treasure hunter's camp that has some people in it that you have to deal with.
Get out now! I'm counting to 10.
You can't even count to 10.
What are you doing with that weapon? 10.
Take no prisoners.
No! No! I give up!
You don't get to give up.
No!
Get him, dog. Whoa. Yeah, no giving up for you, you slag. You started it, you gotta finish it. And then what you're looking for is this cross here, which you can then open, and it has Brunswick's bassinet in it.
Brunswick's helm. I have it.